What's up guys? Hi, welcome to another video, Spiritual Encounters. So we're back up in the north, we're back from a south coast road trip and we're right here in Blackpool. That's the tower just behind us there, all lit up. So we've got three piers here in Blackpool for those people who haven't been. We've got the South Pier, which is just over there. We've got this pier here, which is central. And we got the pier to do down there, which is north, and the Blackpool Tower itself. Now, these two piers, this one here is 100 years old, and the North Pier is 150 years old, so we've come to the two oldest piers to do the paranormal. The other pier at the bottom end is about 75 years old, the South Pier, so these are the two of the oldest antique vintage piers. So we're going to do the shoot right here underneath the pier, see what we can get, ask out, see if we can get any spirit people to come forward, because literally these beaches used to be packed with holiday makers back in the 1920s, 1930s, and after the war, 50s, 60s, 70s. Even we used to come here as kids, you know, for holidays, so it's a real popular place, especially at the illuminations. So we'll get on and do the shoot. So we're at Central Pier right now. This pier is 100 years old. It celebrated its 100th birthday a couple of years ago, and the one we're going to after this one, North Pier, is 150 years old. So Andy's going to run Spirit Talker. I'll just get some lighting on and we can see, have a last go to see if we get anything connected to these piers. People who used to come here on holiday. Are there any spirit people present here who would like to come forward? Any orbs like to show themselves? Just sorting the lighting out, guys, and then we'll be ready to roll. That's it. Right. Okay, so if there are any spirit people around this pier on this beach who would like to come forward and say hello, make themselves known. Andy is standing there with the paranormal equipment and I'm Alison on camera, and we'd love to hear from you. Let's have a walk down this way, it's a bit spooky under here, especially when the sea's gone out like right now. It's really creepy. So we're just going to film through and see if we can get any orbs coming forward, or even if we can pick up, you know, some paranormal sounds, voices, anything like that. Andy's got Spirit Talker on, so if anybody comes through the Spirit Talker, we'll stop and ask out. So that's the South Pier at the bottom end down there, and behind that is the famous Pleasure Beach. And for those people who haven't yet been to Blackpool, executed? What, on Blackpool Pier? Don't think it was ever used for an executions, but I'm pretty sure of that. Gangland, that's the point. Yeah, I never thought about that, because all of these seaside towns in Britain, especially Brighton, are well known for the sort of gangster activities back in the 1950s. When Graham Greene wrote Brighton Rock, the book, that was based on that seaside town on the south coast. Witness.
So
It sounds like a gang thing then, doesn't it?
What I'm thinking here is, he might have seen something. He was a witness, and he was executed. He was
Taken out by a gang.
Taken out because he might have. He could have gone to court and said what they were saying. That's just what I pieced together from that.
Can you give us your name, please?
Can you give us a name?
We had something similar at Eastbourne, didn't we? That was our very first shoot ever. Last year, a year ago in Eastbourne.
Yeah.
Our very, very first Spiritual Encounters shoot. We did it on the phone just to try it out. And we got gangster stuff there, didn't we? We were very surprised about that, really. Because we were filming at the old bandstand, weren't we?
Put your figures though, don't it? I mean, come on.
Dorothy. We've had Dorothy before.
I mean, thing is, if you were going to get rid of somebody, right?
Yeah.
What better place to do it, right? You meet up with them, you take them out for a night out here. Besides that, you go for a laugh, you get on the beach. They're absolutely legless. who's here to see you?
Well,
There's nobody
exactly.
here. There's nobody here. There's not going to be any cameras under here.
No, you're right. I mean, say for example, right, say you wanted to bump your wife off right now and shovel her into the earth. You could pull it off right now and get away with it probably because, like you say, who's down here? No one. The seagulls don't talk.
But there's nobody here. There's no. I mean, yeah, cameras could see you go on the beach, but
Back in those days, the 50s, there were no cameras on the piers then.
But there would have been no cameras ready at that time, would there?
Okay, so were there any gangsters operating on this beach under these piers? They were really famous for gangster meetings, weren't they? The piers in England
Yeah, because I mean,
were really famous for that kind of thing.
Let's face it. Most of these clubs,
Yeah.
amusement arcades, all right, the amusement arcades might not be run by gangsters, but I'd hazard a guess that probably 90% of the machines that are in there, they're basically told
He shouts. So these are gangster things.
you are probably owned by certain people.
Yeah.
Because if you ever watched that film with Michael Caine, oh God, it's gone now. Do you know, it's gone now, the name of it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think you find that.
he plays a gangster, and one of the people in it, he owns slot machines all over Newcastle.
Right.
And basically, every week somebody came in and trashed his machines and said, right, you will loan your machines off us. Whatever you make on those machines, we will take a cut off. If you don't, we'll just keep coming around and trashing your stuff.
Yeah.
So they don't have no choice, and then you're stuck. You're in the gangster thing.
Yeah, and I think you find here that
You can't go to the police, can you?
no, the families that own the fairgrounds also own the games on the machines and on the piers.
Yeah,
Everything they own, so it probably is that kind of gangland. Who owns it thing,
I'm
innit?
frankly honest with you, probably most of the people.
I'll affect you.
I'll affect you. Yeah.
Okay, let's affect us then, because this is what we want. We need the evidence of the paranormal to come through.
Most of the people who work on the how can I put this without I will say probably a lot of people employed on these piers to run these arcades and things like that and getting they're not down on any
Not on any register or payroll thing.
they're not on any sort of tax roll, are they?
Yeah,
It's got
probably
to
not.
be cash
No.
in hand.
Yeah.
So you're not going to grass up on your boss, are you?
No, not if you're paid.
Because you're going to drop yourself in it, aren't you?
Yeah,
'Cause they're
exactly.
Well, you've been working for him and not getting paid, you know, and it's, I mean, as much as these places are nice and stuff like that,
There is a certain element
there is
of
a big
criminal
there is a
activity and
side
gangsterism,
to
isn't there?
it. I mean, everybody comes here because there's nothing like it in the world, but there is that side to it.
Oh, of course there is. We've seen the other side.
You do see
Yeah, because the seafront's all done up for illuminations and they're trying the lights out right now because they're going to start in September and they run through till New Year's Day. But you go behind that tower and up them streets and all you see is flipping crackheads and heroin people dealing and all that. You know, it's a totally different story.
It's a place where people come to disappear in it.
Yeah, of course they do. They can disappear here easy.
For one reason or another. Some people get dragged into a certain lifestyle. Once you've been dragged down, there's nowhere close. A lot of people can't get close to their bike.
No.
So I mean,
I think a lot start out
it's a lot of people
taking drugs.
Yeah.
Then they become drugs runners to make the money. Then they get more deeper involved in buying and selling drugs, and before they know it, they're so deep in they can't get out of it, or they end up dead.
A lot of it happens as young kids.
I can scare you.
I can scare you.
So scare us. Come on, we're waiting. It's what we're about. We want to be scared, and the viewers want to see you. So come forward and show yourself. Let's hear you on the camera.
I mean, I think you get a lot of kids young kids, especially girls who.
Glamorous,
You know,
innit?
from broken homes, parents remarry, it don't work out, whoever the other partner is doesn't want the kids, and so they escape. And where do they go? Glamorous place, seaside. And you get some nice bloke comes up, befriends you, gives you a lifestyle that you think is brilliant and that. And then they start wanting the payback.
Yeah.
And the payback is, you do this, you're going out selling this, you're going out, right, I want you to meet this bloke. He's a business partner. I want you to make him feel happy,
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll make it, and that's how it spirals down. And then to get over the pain of actually doing those things, they're giving
Don't turn this off.
Don't turn this off.
Really? Don't turn this off?
I won't.
So that means somebody wants to come through. So can you come through with your story, please? Is Andy on the right page?
Somebody, and literally you get to a point where there's no return, and a lot of these girls start using drugs to numb the pain.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Once they're out of it, they don't feel the negative emotions, do they?
Then people are looking for a trap, paying up, give them the drugs, so they're in debt with them, and it's only one way out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's no way out, and it's sadly, especially these refugees from Eastern European countries, the promise of a better life by these gangs, quite how it turns out, is it?
No.
It's a
No,
shame,
it's
and
not.
a lot of these people end up.
Might get a little windy out here, guys, because the tide's just gone out.
Finishing lives
Yeah.
in these places, hiding.
Hiding. Where are you hiding? Under this pier? Are you hiding under this pier? Why did you try the SLS camera? Or have you not got it set up just yet?
Yeah.
Can you do it on there?
Oh, yeah.
Because now there's no one down here, we might be able to pick up if there's any figures meeting under the pier. If we get more than one, then we know that we've got a group of gathering of gangsters. It's nefarious stuff, isn't it? It's like... I always come down to these sea fronts because I like doing the spooky stuff, the Victorian ghost stories and all that stuff. And every single time we come down to these sea fronts, we get all these nefarious gangster characters coming through. It was like Eastbourne, which is our very, very, very first shoot we ever did a year ago. And we went to do the old-fashioned bandstand, the 1920s bandstand. We got these just criminal things coming through, gangs, knives. It got a bit nasty, really, and it's like... That's the thing we pull through on these seaside shoots mostly. Are you going to do it on the iPad? I think the illuminations have started already, the way I'm flashing this flipping head torch about. So that's Blackpool Tower over there, guys. Zoom in a little bit, let you see it. So right now they're trying all the lights out, ready for the illuminations. They have them all the way along from way back there, the South Pier, all the way down to this one, Central. Blackpool Towers at Central Pier, and then all the way down to North and beyond. It carries on all the way down for another couple of miles to a place called Bispam. So this is North Pier. We're going to head up there pretty soon. Now that pier is 150 years old. It was the Victorian people's place to go for holidays and stuff. And there's lots of really cool black and white photos showing those people in the long dresses and the umbrellas, parasols, the suits and things like that back in those days. So I'm hoping when we get down that end we might pick up on some more sort of Victorian ghosts, because this being central Blackpool, because this really is the centre of Blackpool here, behind the tower is the town. This is more likely the place where you're going to get like the criminal activity and stuff going on. So we'll get Andy to, when he's got his SLS set up, to film around under the pier. And just out of interest, let's just see if we get any figures looking like they're meeting up and stuff. Okay, let me move over here because you're going to pick me up otherwise. So Andy's running SLS, so that's the camera that picks up the stick figures if there's any person present. And there are no people down on this beach right now apart from us. So if there's any people show up on this, then we've got ghost spirit people. Would you like to come forward now that Andy's got this SLS camera? And then we can see you. Perhaps you want to carry on telling us this story. Those lights are ships out at sea, so if you see any lights in the background, they're not going to be orbs. I'll let you know that they're just ships. Would you like to come forward and tell us what's going on, what's been going on? Would you like to walk up the beach from the town and join us? Go in that tower and spend a full day in there. Go right to the top if you want to by lift, an old Victorian lift they got, one of those iron ones. We're going to do that for YouTube one day, but we came too late today to go in there. Let's start walking down to the north then if it's gone a bit quiet up here. And did something come through then?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, follow us to the North Pier then if you want to carry on talking to us. I'm Alison and this is Andy, and we're happy to bring you forward and meet you and talk to you and find out more about your life here in Blackpool. I smell fireworks. I could smell fireworks. Why am I smelling fireworks? That's really strong. Fireworks. It's fireworks. You know, the gunpowder. Fireworks, I can hear them. Somebody's lighting fireworks. It's that gunpowder smell, you know, fireworks. It's not fire. Fire is a different smell. Well, I think I heard a bang, so maybe somebody's letting them off down there on the pier or something. They might be practicing for illuminations. But don't forget, they do all the firework displays here at illuminations. Maybe they're shutting the pier, they might be practicing, getting ready. Well, I mean, it smelled like a firework to me, that. What if it's gunshots? What if it's the sense of a paranormal smell of a gun going off? Well, there's nobody around, is there? Look. It's actually closed now, this pier. It closed about an hour ago, so apart from people locking up and putting lights out,
now.
there was a really strong smell of firework, weren't it? It just smelled like a rocket.
I thought.
No, I did hear a bang then. No, that's someone slamming the door. That's not a firework. It smelled like a firework had gone off. There's nobody down here practicing. Because they really make a thing of it here, don't they, the fireworks at illuminations.
We both smell that?
Yeah, we both smell it. But what if it's a residual smell of gunpowder? Yeah, that's them shutting the theatre bar doors up. It's a theatre that, like a burlesque theatre. Well, it used to be like a burlesque theatre, but I'm not sure if they do different things up there now, but it smelled like gunpowder, like firework powder.
There's no fireworks.
But what if?
I mean, you'll have heard it on camera, there's no fireworks.
No, there was no fireworks. But what if it's the residual smell of gunpowder?
Do you know what?
Because we've pulled these people through now, these gangsters, haven't we? Well, we've presumed that they're gangsters. Was that you? Did you shoot someone here? Was there a shooting? Is that why we're smelling gunpowder?
Oh.
Don't sleep.
Evil, power, agreed, don't provoke me, don't sleep.
That sounds like someone who's... I've never heard of any gun activity though, yeah. Maybe that's someone's name, Smudge.
No,
you know, like a nickname.
Well, that's what they do, innit? Smudge reform.
Oh, you mean like sage cleansing, you mean?
Memorise. Smudge, what is it called? Smudge.
They sage cleanse it, don't they? Yeah, you can do call it smudging. But when you sage cleansing a house or something that's had a bad presence.
Herbivorous. Service.
That was weird that, because there isn't anybody, there's only the staffs closing the theatre up and that's it. So where did the fireworks come from? I mean, where did there was no sound, was there?
No. We'd have heard it.
It just smelled like...
For that to be as strong as it was, we'd have... that's literally somebody lighting fireworks right next to you.
That's what it smelled like, innit? Yeah.
Me, I thought it smelled like rubber.
Really? I thought it smelled more like a firework had just gone off. that gunpowder kind of smell that you
kind
get.
of burning anyway. Yeah, but nobody set anything off.
No, you didn't hear anything. You'd hear it, wouldn't you? Alright, so let's walk down to North Pier anyway and see if we get anything down that end, the Victorian Pier. This one's 150 years old. Can hear people's voices, but it's people coming out of the theatre. Perhaps the show's just finished. And I don't think any of them shows end with a firework display. Not on. It's an indoor theatre anyway, isn't it? I can hear voices and that, but it's people's coming out now from the thing, the show. Oh yeah, it could be. Oh, that was strange anyway. We did definitely smell the firework. And for our American viewers here in the UK, we can light fireworks literally anywhere we want. I know in America you have the organised displays, but here in England, because we're lunatics in this country anyways, we can buy boxes of fireworks and we can buy like 3-foot rockets and we can bring them home and light them in our own back gardens, you know, or here on the beach anywhere. So literally when we're on the run up to November the 5th, bonfire night, there's fireworks going off left, right and centre. It's insane. So there could be someone down here lighting fireworks, but we don't see anyone around, so I don't know what that was, to be fair. I can hear people shouting though, up there. Can you?
Yeah, they're happy.
There's people still on the pier. But the firework thing, that was a really strong smell, wasn't it? Like it was right next to us. Alright, let's head down to this North Pier. Let's keep going. Are there any people on this beach who'd like to come forward and join us?
Stand in front, see you.
Yeah, Andy's running SLS camera, so if you come along the beach, we'll be able to pick you up. So Andy's filming with that SLS. If we get any spirit people. Yeah, there's a few drunks on the pier now, which is not unusual. Not for this country anyway, there's drunks everywhere. Yeah, well, don't pick them pillocks up here. Yeah, they're all there by the merry-go-round. It's probably them dickheads that was lighting fireworks. Pardon the French guys, but...
Yeah, but we didn't hear any bang.
No, I didn't actually hear anything going off. That was the weird part. They'll have a hard time kicking them off that pier tonight. I don't know why they're on the pier. There's not even any bars on there. They're all on the seafront here. They must have come out of the theatre or something and they've had a few. Maybe it's the burlesque theatre, that's why they're hanging about, isn't it? Used to be a burlesque theatre. I heard a bang then. They can't possibly be lighting fireworks on the pier, those dickheads, surely not.
Somebody
Shutting that door, yeah, because the big wooden doors aren't there, so it isn't that. Anyway, you'd see the sparks and hear the crackle and all that, wouldn't you, if you'd see if there was fireworks about. Anyway, that was a bit odd, especially when we got this sort of criminal gang thing coming through. That is someone banging doors, isn't it? Yeah. But do you remember when we did? Do you remember when we did the punch bowl? I'll just tell you the story of the punch bowl pub while we walked down to the beach. It was occasionally our paranormals don't go according to plan, and we went to this pub called the Punch Bowl in around the northwest here, not too far away. And it was a meeting place of highwaymen. We've just done a little series on highwaymen down south. Dick Turpin type characters who rob coaches in the middle of the night. So these guys used to meet upstairs in the Punch Bowl pub, and the sign outside has got a picture of all these highwaymen gathered round a table. So me and Andy went to do the paranormal at the Punch Bowl. It was all boarded off, everything. And we were saying, please come forward, please give us a sign. And we heard this crack of a gunshot. And we were like, oh my God. And then we got a second crack of a gunshot. And we were like, seriously? This is too good. And the next minute we see the farmer racing across the field on a 4x4, firing a gun in the air, trying to get all the sheep in. We was like, oh, debunked. Did you get something then, Andy?
No, I'm just asking.
No, okay. You remember the Punch Bowl? And then some lunatic came and pulled it down, didn't they? And the court have ordered them to rebuild it again. Pulled it down, just brick by brick.
They pulled it down and were told not to. They were told they need to rebuild building.
It's a listed building.
Exactly the same as it was before.
Yeah, it's going to take some
And
work,
it's
that.
still flat now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still.
Going to have a hard job getting them people to do that, isn't it?
I think this is going to go on and on.
Probably.
You know, they were fined, I think, a lot of money, and so they have to rebuild it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we haven't got the money to rebuild it. So you either will do or you just keep being fined.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all they can do, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of them little pubs in the countryside, aren't there, that's about 300 years old, but a lot of them are shut down now because not a lot of people are going out to the country for meals and evenings out anymore, are they?
People who bought it there, it was a case of it's been left for I don't think it wasn't open when we went, was it?
No, it weren't. No,
You know,
it was that was 10 years ago or whatever.
If we'd have been doing it at the time what we're doing now, we'd have probably gone in and filmed it.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? But
it's rubble now, isn't it? Rubble right now.
You know, they're saying they knocked it down because it wasn't secure, it was unsafe.
Yeah.
We were told because it was a risky building, do stuff to make it safe.
What did that say?
Dead end.
Dead end.
That they can make it safe. But we weren't allowed to do massive buildings.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to knock it down and rebuild. But they basically didn't take any notice of the planning thing and just knocked it down. And then we were told, well, we hadn't got permission to knock it down.
Yeah.
So to build it, we need to go to fine you. Rebuild it and your own money to exactly what it was. As far as I'm aware, it's still
on the ground, is it?
It's still flat.
Yeah.
It's still just a pile of rubble.
Well, you know what's interesting? We got a lot of messages under that pier, didn't we? Now it's gone quiet, hasn't it? So let's see when we get down to this pier, because this is a Victorian one. This one had like holiday makers from the 1880s onwards. So let's see if this one pulls forward some different spirits.
But you have had a lot of deaths
on the actual beach. Yeah, there has been a few.
3 people coming out after we've had a few. Decided it's a good idea.
Go swimming, jump off the pier and go swimming.
In the morning to go for a swim.
Yeah, and then there was the 2 guys who drowned saving the dog. Do you remember further on?
There were 2 Asian
There's
guys
like a shrine for them now.
That was a shame that. Because I think, I'm not sure whether both of them died, or one of them survived.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I think somebody gone in to try and rescue the dog, and then somebody else went in to try and help him.
Yeah.
And I think the guy who went in to try and help him, he died.
Okay.
No,
I know there's a bit of a shrine in the further on after that pier.
Yeah.
Probably. Are you present on the beach? The guy who tried to save the dog that day, who drowned? No, it's the other side of the North Pier, but you could be present here. Alright, so we're nearly at the North Pier now, so we're going to go under that pier. It's all in darkness now, that pier, because they shut that one down a bit earlier. I think because that pier really is done up for sort of like vintage and it attracts older people, so that one they kind of shut down a little earlier. The other 2 piers are open late because they've got bars and the fairground rides are open on there and everything, the wheel. We're right by the tower now, by the way. That's Blackpool Tower. It does change different colours, so they've got it on red right now, but it will go different colours throughout, you know, especially during the illuminations. They'll have all kinds of like sparkly lights on it and stuff like that. It's like a miniature of the Eiffel Tower. But to be fair, when you've been to the Eiffel Tower, you know, like me and you've been to the Eiffel Tower several times, that is like the size of 1 foot going up to the first floor of the Eiffel Tower, so it's tiny compared to the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower's got 2 lanes of traffic driving underneath through it, the archway, that's how big it is.
You know, there are some people who film that sort of said, look,
I bet they have, yeah, seriously.
some people have seen.
Yeah, so Blackpool Tower, guys, they wanted to do, they just wanted to recreate the Eiffel Tower here in the UK, so they decided to pick this resort. And if you've been to Las Vegas and seen the hotel over there, it's got the Eiffel Tower on the Parisian, I think it is. This tower is probably slightly bigger than that one on that hotel for your American viewers that have been, and viewers over here too that have been to Las Vegas and seen the Parisian Hotel. It's going to be spooky under this pier because there's no lighting at all. There's quite a bit of lighting on the other one. But you can hear the clubs kicking up there. The North Shore is very active for nightclubs and stuff.
Is there anybody here under this pier?
That sounded like a spooky whisper. It's not drained the battery, has it? Okay. It sounded like a spooky whisper, that, like a lady, whatever that was.
Shade.
Shade. Well, yeah, we'll go under the pier for shade, wouldn't they? On a hot summer's day. Like now, the middle of July, and all we've had is wind and rain.
Nope.
Perhaps they didn't get hot summer's days then either. So there's a lot of piers around the UK, guys. Brighton had two, but one got burnt down, and now it has one. Hastings too, where we were last week, didn't it have two piers, and then it's only got one.
All about money.
Money?
Yeah, it's all about money.
Maybe the gangsters are following us down to this pier.
Is that what happened? Did you run the piers? You run the piers?
Group of us?
Did you run the piers and somebody was dipping their hand in the till shop and they had to be dealt with? Dealt with under the pier by a group of you? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Moving fast.
Moving fast?
Yeah, we are moving.
Yeah, we're nearly there now. That's where we were, central, with the wheel on it, but it's not lit up the wheel right now, to be fair. Which is north that we're coming up to now, north here.
What house did you die in? You died in the house.
1960s? So this is gangster stuff then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
That era?
Wet. wet.
Definitely.
Did you drown?
Or did somebody drown you?
Did you drown?
What's your name, please?
Used. You were used.
Oh, this is interesting.
What's it say?
This is getting interesting now, bro.
Tell me a bit more. Tell me a bit more. What did you say about suicide? You felt used by with that was trying to tell us. Justin.
Oh, we asked for a name, didn't we?
You asked for a
Justin.
name. Justin.
It's spelt like a man though, Justin, isn't it?
Is this Justin, are you male or female? Can you tell?
Do you know what I'm getting the feeling of?
Dorothy again.
We had Dorothy a lot. We've had Dorothy since Sainsbury Hall. Think about it.
Dorothy quite a few times.
I wonder if she's
I wonder if Dorothy
linked up with us now.
Dorothy's following us.
Maybe, because we've had that name since Sainsbury Hall.
It's very
It's an old name, isn't it, really? You think of the Wizard of Oz, don't you, Dorothy?
cigarette.
Yeah, well, they would be smoking and drinking and all that under the pier, wouldn't they?
I can't see.
These are all creepy messages, these. These are not Victorian ghosts. These are the same gangster ghosts that we've picked up on down there. It's the same kind of messages, isn't it?
Why can't you see?
You follow us down to the North Pier.
Why can't you see?
Let's find a spot under here where we can film and ask out and see what responses we get right here. This is taking a creepy turn. Exactly, jailhouse. So this is old school dodgery stuff, isn't it? that bit that's lit up and stop there and film. So we're just getting to North Pier now, guys. This is North. These are old. These original ice cream huts here are 150 years old.
Definitely. Demonic.
Right. Oh, do you know what I think? What my theory on that is? Anybody who's committed murders and things in this world does pass over and become a demonic force. Do you want to stop here and just let's see what we get? We'll stop here. Alright, so just keep it running and see what else we get there. Right, so can we have the names of some of these gangsters? Come forward, please.
You put forward.
These buildings.
We'll have a walk over the...
Yeah, okay. These buildings on the pier are actually 150 years old. Now, they have changed the names, you know, to modern day wine bars and things like that, but the age of them is the same, 150 years old, and the ice cream parlour just up there. And also back there, the actual pier itself. I'll try and zoom in for you, show you it. It's all these buildings on this pier, 150 years old. So Andy's gone for a little walkabout with the spirits. He's got a second spirit talker on his phone. So what he tends to do is he'll try spirit talker on the iPad, and then he'll try spirit talker on the phone just to see, you know, what results he gets from that. So, but this pier behind me here, I've got a little interesting story to tell you. History. My auntie had her honeymoon here in probably 1950, maybe thereabouts, and she was on this pier with her husband, and they met two very well dressed ladies with fur coats, hats, gloves, lots of jewellery, you know, very well dressed. And they said to my aunt, "Could you take a photograph of us please together?" So my aunt was like, "Yeah, of course," you know. So she took the black and white picture of them. And the ladies turned around and said, "We're the Cadbury sisters." They were the two Cadbury heiresses of the Cadbury chocolate bar company. And we've still got that black and white photograph to this day.
Or down here. So you did bad things. You did bad things. Walk down.
Do you not think, Andy, though, that demonic can be... I know there are demons, I know that, but you know when you get demonic spirits, there could be people that have committed like atrocity murders in this life and then passed over and have become demonic.
I think when you get somebody who's been a bad person in life, and you've obviously they've not changed in death, and they still want to cause problems with it, I think they come up when you do these sort of things and these boards, they come up and tell you they're demonic.
Yeah, I think so. Demons really are dark angels, aren't they?
I think a real demonic spirit or demonic presence wouldn't be because angel. Yeah.
We're talking about demons,
Dark
isn't it?
angel.
We just had that. Well, Asmodeus. I managed to have a witchcraft circle yesterday, and I called Asmodeus for to protect us.
But I do think a demonic, a real, these things, are saying that they're not evil people, nasty evil people, you know, like some of them we saw in that
crime museum at Hastings.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
They're not demons, they're not devils. Demons are on a different level. They're not, they wouldn't give you the name through here.
No.
That's when you've seen people doing exorcisms. The first thing they say is, once they've got the name, they can deal with them. So they're not going to give you a name.
No.
They're not going to tell you they're demonic. They're just going to, you know, do whatever they do.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, that's my opinion. That's our opinion.
What if there have been some murders committed here, like gangster murders? Then those people will probably pass over and become demonic as well.
Yeah.
Because of the negative, like, stuff they did in life.
Yeah. You wouldn't be classed as demonic, but I'm not being. I mean, much as I can think about it, I don't think you're going to get Satan on the. I mean, Satan,
Under the North Pier.
I don't think you're going to get Satan and Lucifer on the Blackpool North Pier.
Having a gin and prosecco under the pier. I doubt it really.
And having like you said, having a gin and prosecco on the pier after an afternoon of, well, karaoke and blue jokes with Joey Blower.
Yeah, but you know what? You know if Asmodeus and Astaroth, right, and Satan and Lucifer did the karaoke, you know what they'd sing, don't you? Come on, little devil, da na 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 na, be my little angel, angel. Come on, little devil, da na na. They got it right there.
Yeah, I mean, these things they're very intelligent. They're not stupid. They're not. No, they're higher levels. Higher levels. So I think demonic just means a bad person.
All right.
And that's what people.
So, have we any gangster people meeting under this pier? We have a few more minutes to film. It's your last chance. Be quiet.
And listen.
Here we are.
On the bed.
Well, we picked up on Highwayman's Road some boots, didn't we, when we watched it back last night? There's some fox.
It sounded like quick footsteps of somebody in shoes. No.
What did that say? Detecting multiple. So we've just had a group of ghosts from that pier to this one.
What?
It's the same group. Gangsters.
Well, we've been walking up and down that road for like 30, 40 minutes, right? And nobody heard our feet. But literally when we were stopped, but to be honest with you, well, listen to it. It sounds like they're coming from behind you.
Yeah, maybe.
With the camera. They're behind the camera.
Okay, right, yeah.
But it sounded like shoes.
Yeah.
Not boots. Because
No.
we weren't making any. I mean, you can clearly see the camera's Alison's still with the camera. You can see that. She's not moving. I'm sort of going like that, but the footsteps are like...
Yeah, running down. It's just after that moth flies up round your head and I say that's a moth,
It's
and then you
only
hear
that
the boots, don't you?
It's only like 3 or 4 steps.
But you hear them, yeah.
Very, very quick steps, like somebody in a rush. You know?
They were boots,
sometimes you
definitely.
pick things up
Or
later,
shoes,
so
definitely.
If anybody hears anything...
Yeah, you must comment and let us know if you pick stuff up.
We haven't sort of mentioned that we're going down. Just let us know. Sometimes we don't.
No, we don't.
We
Always
don't
hear it.
hear or even see
Yeah.
things until later.
Let's just go under this pier now. I think, do you know what, this tide started to come back in.
Yeah.
So we'll walk up to there and then we'll turn around and come back because it comes in pretty fast.
Yeah, because if we don't, it'll be a video of
Us getting rescued by lifeguards off the beach, probably. Yeah, so this is the end of the North Pier, and these buildings are original here.
Have you got a message for us? Aura.
Aura,
Aura.
can you show yourself under the pier? I'm going to film around one last time. Come forward. Let me hear you speaking to the camera or make some other noise, shriek. Or, you know, we have picked up the odd ghostly wail in the past in a couple of places. Come forward and give us a final message before we finish this shoot and go. Don't you want to say goodbye to us? Come and stand by me here. Come and touch my hand or try and get a hold of the camera. Or if you're just holidaymakers on the beach from times gone by, please come forward and talk to us. If you just love Blackpool as a place to come for a holiday, for a day out by the sea. Seems to have gone quiet, doesn't it? Shall we walk back down the pier, because this tide's rushing in now quite fast. It won't be in for another hour, but it does come in pretty fast when it comes in. So we're going to head back to the seafront now. But yeah, once again we've picked up on gangsters and criminal activities from the 1960s, and that's the second time now that this has happened to us on the seacoast. Because at Eastbourne, like I said, we got the same kind of, you know, things going on. It just gives Andy some light while he packs his stuff away. So, but these seaside resorts, yeah, there used to be a lot of meetings under these piers and things like that going on. So it's no surprise really that we're pulling these kinds of spirits forward. And sometimes it makes for a more interesting story, doesn't it?
I think,
You know, gangster ghosts and things like that. It's a bit more exciting really than just an ordinary like phantom spirit that comes forward with, oh yeah, I used to love it here, this is my place, whatever. A bit more intrigue to this kind of a story, isn't
here,
it?
you've got a lot, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've not one specific thing, you've a lot, because you think how many years people have been coming here, how many people have been on this and drowned, how many people have been had accidents on this pier,
Yeah.
how many people have died here,
I know.
have died on this beach, how many people, you know, how many
Yeah.
things have happened, you know, and it's
So we're going to have to finish this shoot here now because we're at the end of our filming thing. Okay. So thanks for watching that, guys, and if you like the programs on this channel, please click like and please subscribe. It won't cost you anything. Just means that you'll be notified every time we put something new on. Thanks to the new subscribers, and thank you for following our channel, and hopefully, you know, we'll keep it as scary and as entertaining as we can. I think it's better when we come out in the dark, so we're going to try and get back out in the dark again now, because the nights are going dark at 10 PM at the minute, so it's pushing it. We're out in the middle of the night now to do this, so and take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all very soon.